Hello and welcome back. Uh, on the last episode of Cemetery Mary, we began our third attempt at the story. This time we'll be picking all of Reginald's options and seeing his story between things. We've managed to make it back to the break-in at our old home. Other than that, though, there's not really much to do, so time to see where this goes. We started in the dining area. We slowly worked our way upstairs. I guess I must have looked really scared because the look Reginald gave me when he faced me again looked so worried that it worried me even more. He reassured me that I didn't have to worry, offered to hold my hand and help me calm down. I accepted. We looked around, but couldn't find anything suspicious left behind. However, when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. It was one of my favorites, and I always kept it right on the shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easily. Did they take it? Probably. That thought put my stomach in knots. To think, they must have been here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh my god. Oh god. Eventually, we gave up on looking. There was nothing else of note. And it's not like we could really do anything else right now. We headed back downstairs. At the very least, having Reginald here was able to calm me down some. Mary, I'm very sorry I wasn't able to help you with as much as you would have liked. What? No, don't say that. You helped me a lot. I'm very glad you came. Really, I feel a lot better. Really? You sure? Yes, thank you. Well, I'm glad I was able to help in at least one regard. I'm actually thinking about that plushie. Was it stated in the other two attempts that something was taken? Because is it with Reginald that we actually find out something was taken? Anyway, I was wondering why this place is closed down so suddenly. I had no idea it was because its owners went missing. A shame too. I know I had only been here when we'd first met, but I would have loved to come again. I'm sorry. Was that the wrong choice of words? I didn't mean... No, I'm fine. It's fine. It'll open again, once they come back. Well, for your safety then. Can you please not come here until they get back? Huh? I don't know who was in here earlier, but there's a possibility they might come back. They could be dangerous, right? And what if you got hurt? You have to look out for yourself, Mary. I'm sure you miss your parents dearly, but they wouldn't want you putting yourself in danger now, would they? Yeah, I suppose you're right. I never even thought of it that way. You're right. I'll lock this place up again. Then, at least if that person does come back, they can't get. At least they can't get in. They can't get in legally. At least. Well, I mean, to be honest, they couldn't get in legally in the first place. The whole thing is they're not supposed to get in. But I mean, what I mean is that they could always break in, like physically through a window. That sounds like a good idea. Here, let's go. Why don't you walk around the cemetery with me? I'm sure it'll feel better than staying here. Yeah. You're right. I think I'd like that, thank you. I let Reginald take me to the cemetery, away from the diner. He told me to show him all my favourite spots. Occasionally, he'd ask about a decorated grave. Asked if I knew who the person was there, or the person there was. I wish I was able to have more answers for him. So we don't know everyone. We just like to make the occupants, I suppose, feel not forgotten. The rest of my day was pretty hazy. I couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. The fact that someone has stolen a toy from you. It didn't really feel any. I didn't feel any sort of relief until I'd got into the bed that night. But you know, that's never a relieving part of my days anyway. Hello again. Good evening. Was it you at my diner today? What do you mean? Earlier today, I was in my diner. Or house, I guess. There was a stranger. I couldn't see their face, and they ran out as soon as they realised I was behind them. Was that you? No. I don't know why I bothered asking. I doubt you'd give me the truth either way. Sometimes lying will be necessary. But I'm telling you the truth now. If you say so. I'm not really sure what else to say. That's okay. I prefer when you don't ask questions. Why is that? You know what they say. Curiosity kills the cat. Good night, Mary. That does sound more like a threat than a warning. So much for getting a good night's sleep. Mary, are you still sleeping? Mary? No, I don't want to get up yet. Let me sleep. I had a long night last night. A long night? You went to bed at 8:30. I didn't sleep well. Well, your mother's making pancakes, if you want to say. Do they have chocolate chips? Of course. It's Sunday. Okay, I'll be down there soon. So having this dream again, I quickly got out of bed and got dressed, yawning as I descended and down the stairs. Even from the top of the stairs, I could already smell the chocolate. If you don't hurry, I'm going to eat them all of them. Dad. You know I'm just teasing you. Besides, your mum would kill me if I did. So we have, yeah, a father's hairstyle, a mother's hair color. I got downstairs and sat at the counter beside my dad. There was a plate waiting for me, and my mother was behind the counter drinking her morning coffee like usual. Thank you for the breakfast, Mum. Of course, dear. So do you have any plans today? No, not really. Oh, is Croven busy day? I don't know, probably. Well, we can always do something if you want. We can? Of course we can. Did you want to see that new movie? The horror one with the janitor? Why don't we go tonight? Are you sure? Aren't you busy? You know I'm never too busy for my little girl. That sounds really fun. What about you? Mum? Are you really worrying about me? I'll be fine, sweetheart. Go with your father. We can even call up Crow and see if he wants to come too. I've been really looking forward to this movie. I'm so excited now. This morning's been quite a pleasant surprise, but something feels off. Like I'm forgetting something. No, something. Something is weird here. But what? Haha, it's our parent. Mom's fine. Mom's always... Wait. Mom can't talk. Mom is mute. Mom's never been able to talk her whole life. I had to learn sign language as a kid to be able to communicate with her. She's never... Whose voice even it was that? That was talking to me. Mom doesn't have a voice. What's going on? Mary, you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm fine. Are you sure, dear? I can make you some tea if it helps you calm down. So, is the fact that we know sign language actually going to be useful in like a plot relevancy? Or is it just like a neat fact about Mary? Are you sure, dear? I can make some tea if it helps you calm down if you're feeling anxious. No, I'm okay. I think we're going to go to the bathroom. I hopped out of my seat and rushed my way over to the ground floor bathroom. That wasn't my mum. Was that even my dad? I was hoping that once in the bathroom, I could rinse my face off and make a sense of things. But oh no, Mum, what are you doing here? Weren't you just outside, Mum? Okay. That genuinely was not expecting that. What's the matter, Mary? I thought you liked ghosts. There's a funeral today. I'm happy. Is that bad? I'd been planning for it. I overheard them talking about the cemetery when planning a spot for her. Is that bad? I really enjoy funerals. I always have, even when... I like to see everyone gather around for the lost loved one. They're all so sad. They bring flowers sometimes, even little parting gifts. It's so nice, don't you think? If their spirit could talk, I bet they'd appreciate it. Would a ghost attend their own funeral? Some might, just to see who shows up. I would. Well, in any case, I'm excited for the one today. Why? Who is it? I'm excited to see what they're like. I'm assuming, obviously, this is one we've had before in one of the other two routes. Hopping off the bus this morning, I was glad to see I wasn't too late. It's a good thing I always wear black. No one ever seems to turn their heads when I come near. It started to rain. They never said anything about rain today. But I thought it might when I saw the clouds out this morning. So I came prepared and brought my umbrella. Good thinking. It was then I noticed a little old lady with no umbrella. And no one was even bothering to help her keep dry. So I covered her with my umbrella. Oh, it's an umbrella. You scared me for a second. Thank you, dear. Of course. Oh, we're still getting wet a little bit. That's fine. Pardon me if it sounds rude, but are you one of her friends? Last time we still told the truth, right? No, at least I don't think so. Who died? Oh, well, it was my darling Miss Bella. She passed last week. My condolences. Forgive me if this sounds rude, but what was your relationship to her? Me? Ah, yes. I'm Spella's mum. I've never met you before, have I? That's okay, lots of people haven't. Very sorry for your loss. How are you feeling? Feeling? It's impossible for me to feel anything but heartbroken. I truly don't believe I'll ever recover from this. No, don't say that. She wouldn't want you to think like that, right? Yes, I suppose you're right. Cool, it's... She was young, well... I don't know, have we asked before? Pretty sure we haven't asked before. Oh, how she died. Oh, it's... You don't have to. I'm so sorry if I was being intrusive. She was sick, you see. For a very long time. She's been in hospital for a while. We've always thought about that she was going to get better. It always seemed that way, at least. In the very end, things didn't go as we thought they would. I see. I'm very sorry that happened. It's alright. We tried our best. Do you think she's scared? She's all alone now. Where's she going to go? And who would tell her how to get there? The way she is right now, is she happy? Even if she's not. She's not alone, no. How can you say she's alone when everyone here is beside her? I know she can't really say much about it, but I'm sure she's happy to have all her friends and family by her side. All the people here. She meant a lot to them, didn't she? That's why they're all here, keeping her company. I know lots of people that like to think that you're alone when you die, but I think it's hard to consider all this being alone, you know? She's not alone when we're all here. Yes, I suppose that's true. We're all together here, aren't we? Then, I suppose I'm glad she isn't alone. Yeah, me too. We don't even know this person, Mary. I'm sorry if I've upset you by talking about her so much, miss. It is a funeral after all. I should behave more respectfully. No, it's quite alright. Talking about it actually has helped me a little bit. I feel a bit better hearing your thoughts. Is that so? I'm glad then. Yes, thank you. Why, I'm so sorry. I didn't even catch your name. It's alright. My name is Mary. Mary? Hold on a moment. Do you mean to say you're Cemetery Mary? I see my reputation precedes me. Yes, that's me. I see. Thank you, Mary. If Bella was here, I'm sure she would want to thank you too. She is here, but hearing it from you means enough already. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you as well. Oh well, it was a lovely funeral. I mean, how can you? I don't know how you describe a funeral as lovely, but at least someone's managed to, I guess. There was a coffin. As the coffin was lowered as soon enough, the rain stopped. I watched as everyone said their goodbyes. Said their goodbyes to her and each other, and then steadily they left. Soon it was just me and the lady. I'd have felt bad if I overstayed my welcome. I didn't want to outlast her at her own daughter's funeral. So I quietly said my goodbyes and left. But to my surprise, someone was there waiting for me at the sidewalk. Reginald, what are you doing here? Oh, I just happened to be walking by and I noticed you there. Is everything alright? Oh yes, everything's fine. She wasn't like a family member or anything like that. That's a relief. It's always a sad thing, is it not? Yes, it is. It's okay. I know you don't see it that way. Huh? Well, since you're here... Well, since you... Yeah. Would you mind helping me with something? I was just about to head down to the store and pick up a few things. Just some screws, nails, a hammer or two. Okay, so this is the opposite side of Twyla's story, right? Anyway, you want my help with this? I'm not very educated in tools and all. Oh no, that's alright. You don't need to be. I just appreciate the company is all. But if you'd rather not... Well, no. I mean, yeah, I can come. It's not that I have anything else to do. Or anything better to do. Lovely. Come with me. I hope you don't mind that we'll walk. We'll have to walk. I would have brought my car, but it was too nice a day to pass up the chance to walk. Wasn't it just raining? And this man says it's a nice day in the rain. Righty so. Little water never hurt anyone, except the Wicked Witch of the West. Well, I guess you've got a point. There's also the fact of the rain washes away footprints in the mud. Reginald's logic didn't really make sense to me, but I decided to accompany him to the hardware store anyways. It's not like I ever go there, so it'd be a nice change of pace. Come to think of it, I didn't actually know where the hardware store was located until Reginald showed me. I guess it's good to know now. If someone asks me where the hardware store is, I'll know how to get an answer. The hardware store wasn't too far away from where we were, but it felt quite the walk since I didn't know how to get there. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I actually been to a hardware store. As Reginald held the door open for me, the smell of fertilizer wafted forward, quite intense. We entered into what looked like a garden section. Screwy says, eat more screws. And acid? Why is it supposed to be anti-acid? Oh, anticide, sorry. Anticide. Wildflowers, fragrant mix, classic mix. For bees. Meadow something, maybe? Meadow mix, okay. It just seems like the same fall over and over. Well, actually, is that classical mix behind classical mix, but one's green, one's yellow? I don't know why I'm nitpicking, personally. Thank you for coming along, I do appreciate it. Yeah, of course. Thank you for inviting me. It's nice of you to go somewhere different. Oh, what is it that you need again? Oh, I've got a list in my pocket, actually. Hey, would you like to turn it into a game? Oh, how do you mean? Let's split this list in half. We'll each take a half, and look for items on our own. I mean, I thought you wanted the company. Why are you trying to get rid of us? Is there something on the list that you don't want us to see? I mean, Twyla did suspect you for a reason. I don't think Twyla was wrong. Then we'll come back here when we're finished. If you get here before me, I'll reward you. Reward me? If I'll get a prize? Is this how we get the book? Something like that. You'll have to beat me first. Okay, I think I can do that. Maybe. Let's do it then. I watched as Reginald ripped his lips into... into two and handed me half, one half over to me. Fair warning though, I know the store like the back of my hand. Hey, I might still win. After that, Reginald went on his own and left me with my share of the list. Let's see here. Antifreeze and X. Oh, so we have the antifreeze. Tape measure, rat poison. Okay, so we have the half that he said that we needed for Twilight Story, correct? Well, that's not very nice. I'll mention that to him later. For now, I had to get the things on the list. After all, now I had a challenge to win, but I didn't anticipate how big the store was. It already looked big from the outside, but now that I was actually walking in it, it was huge. It was a weird feeling walking in there by myself, especially considering I don't really come to these places. I don't know what I was really expecting, but it was so empty. I didn't even see any workers around, despite that I kept hearing footsteps. Reginald? I called out. No response. What am I doing? This place isn't scary. I'm just gonna put things. I'm just gonna get the things he asked for me. So Mary's now scared of hardware stores. I find that kind of funny, just in the sense of you know, she's not afraid of cemeteries, but she is afraid of this place. But I think it's gonna be Twyla that we run into, if it's anyone. Because I mean, you know, if it's not Reginald, it will be Twyla. Because Groven's not gonna be here. Anyway, what was on the list? Wait, where'd the list go? Did I drop it somewhere? Ah, shoot. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I remember what was on it. I'll just get things and find my way back into the front. Just have to get an X. Picked up an X. Is this the right kind? I mean, he's using it for wood, right? It should be good. What else does he need the X for? It's heavy. Cool. We need rat poison. Picked up a lot of rat poison. Measuring tape. Pretty sure it was measuring tape. Does it go back far enough? I'm gonna cheat, I don't care. Cool. Tape measure. So... okay. Well, antifreeze, we know that. Can't antifreeze. Oh, should I get the blue one? Oh wait, maybe he wants the green one. Maybe I'll ask him later. And then the measuring tape. Got a roll of measuring tape. I always used to play with this as a kid and try and see how long I could stretch it. Cool. Finished shopping. Picked up what I thought he needed and decided to head back to towards the counter. After all, if I took too long, I would lose the race. At least I knew my way back. At the very least, I got back to the meeting spot before Reginald did. I only had to wait about half a minute before he showed up. I see you made it back before me. Well done. Well, do you have everything? Yes, here you are. You did it. You did get it all. And just the brands I like too. You haven't been spying on me, have you? After making sure Reginald had everything he needed, he and I headed to the front of the front counter to pay for it all. One by one, he put his stuff on the conveyor belt, and it slowly began to come across as the cashier began to scan it. You got quite a bit of stuff, Reginald. I feel bad. Oh, why's that? Well, you don't have the car with you, and now you got to carry these bags back home. Would you want me to help you? Oh, don't worry, your civil will head about that. A little fresh air and exercise does me some good. You're not even going to take the bus? No, it's quite alright. Reginald, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course. Is everything alright? Well, we know his profession, he makes coffins. We know about the rat problem because of a different route. So why do you have an axe? Yeah, I did. My job requires to have a lot of wood. I suppose, but for an actual... Why are you chopping down trees? Thought you'd buy them. I know you're worried about, though. You do? You're worried I'm going to hurt myself, aren't you? There's nothing to worry about. I've done this kind of stuff before. I just happened to... I just happened to break the old one last time. Oh, alright. Hey, did you want anything? Huh? We've got a shelf over there with some candy. I don't mind buying you a chocolate bar if you want one. Once again, I'm it's brought to my attention. I don't know what the age difference is between these two characters, but it's kind of weird, and it's setting off alarms. Because, obviously, Reginald is an employed old man. Well, not old man, but adult male. Mary has not specifically set an age, but we know unemployed. And I don't think... Where are we getting the money from for anything we do, actually? That's a good point. Croven doesn't have it. Well, Croven might be doing questionable jobs, but, yeah. That's alright, you don't have to. Are you sure? I mean, is it supposed to be my prize for winning the race? No, I'm still thinking about your prize should be. But since we're here anyways, might as well, right? Consider it a thank you for spending time with me today. Are you really sure? Of course I am. It's just a candy bar. It's not a big deal. In that case, thank you. Reginald bought me a chocolate bar. It made me very happy. I made sure to thank him for it, even though he insisted on it. It was his thanks to me. After we left the store, Reginald had to head home, saying he ought to drop off the tools and stuff. He said he felt bad for not being able to invite me to do more. I told him it was completely okay, and didn't need to do anything. I had a nice time today, but it really must fly, because when I checked the time afterwards, we were already well in the afternoon. I ended up heading home a little early that day. I didn't have much to do outside, so I went home. I read some books, made myself dinner, and then put the leftovers in the fridge. Then I washed up and put on pajamas. And well, do I even have to explain what I did after that? Hi again. Hello. So what did you do today? What? Well, if you're not going to talk about my parents to me, at least I want to hear something about what you're doing. We shouldn't talk about what I do. I want to. I understand. Maybe eventually, but not today. I'm sorry. I need to leave. Good night, Mary. I yawned and lied down. Who's texting me this late at night? Mary? Are you awake? I understand if you aren't, but of course. But it's a bit late, isn't it? And whenever you read this, do respond. Reynolds? Why are you up so late? Oh, hello. Don't worry about that. I just thought it'd be perfect. I just thought of the perfect prize for you. And I had to tell you as soon as possible, as I possibly could. Is it a personalized coffin? Really? Why is that? You loved seeing my work the other day, right? Unless you were just flattering me. Anyways. I was thinking you could come to my workshop, and I could show you how a coffin is made. At least the way I do it. I thought it'd be a nice idea if you're into it. You're serious? I'm allowed to come and see? Of course you are. I wouldn't have invited you otherwise. Yeah, I'd love to see. I think it'd be really cool. Thank you so much. Of course. I'm often alone, so it'll be nice to have some company. Here, I'll send you the directions momentarily. Reginald gave me the directions to his workshop, and we made plans to meet there in a few days. I've always wondered what went into coffin making, or making a coffin. So I was plenty excited to see to be able to see it for myself. There's only so much you can read online about this stuff like this. Being able to experience it firsthand would be something entirely different. Honestly, it was a bit hard to contain how giddy I was. I felt like a kid again, excited for a field trip the next day. Well, back when I went to school with other kids and all. Anyways, so okay, and anyway, I was excited after feeling like I'd been waiting forever. The day finally arrived. Getting off the getting off the bus at the closest stop, I walked into the location that Reginald told me I should go. He told me it was a bit over ways off the sidewalk. Okay, he told me it was a bit of the ways off the sidewalk and not too close to many buildings. So we were in an isolated location. I'd honestly felt like I walked into a whole new city. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't as brick and mortar as back where I'm used to being. There's so many trees and the buildings were so spread. Honestly, I think I should save this for the next episode or the next video. I don't know why I say episode, but oh well. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I can see you on the next one. And with that, goodbye.